Once upon a time, in a land of endless snow and twinkling stars, there lived a kind-hearted man known far and wide as Santa Claus. His story, filled with warmth, generosity, and a touch of magic, has been passed down through generations. Gather around as we journey into the legend of the man in the red suit, the one who brings joy to children around the world on Christmas Eve. Long ago, in a small village nestled in the north, there lived a toy maker named Nicholas. He was no ordinary craftsman. With every toy he carved, stitched, or painted, he poured in love and care. Nicholas had no children of his own, but his heart was as big as the sky, and he found joy in bringing happiness to others. He would travel from home to home, leaving handmade gifts for children, especially those who had little to call their own. As the years went by, the people began to call him Saint Nicholas, for his acts of kindness were as generous as any saint's. But the world, so vast and filled with children, was too big for one man alone to visit each home, and so a little magic found its way into his life. One cold, snowy night, while working late in his humble workshop, Nicholas heard a soft knock at the door. There stood a group of elves, tiny and merry, their eyes sparkling like frost-covered stars. They had heard of his good deeds and offered their help. Grateful, Nicholas accepted. The elves quickly got to work, crafting toys faster than Nicholas could have imagined. It was then that the reindeer arrived. Not just any reindeer, but 8 magnificent creatures with coats like velvet and hooves that shimmered in the moonlight. These were no ordinary animals, for they could fly. With the elves' help and the reindeer's magic, Nicholas found that he could visit every child in a single night. On the eve of that first magical Christmas, the sky was clear and the stars twinkled brighter than ever. Nicholas, now dressed in a warm red suit trimmed with white fur, climbed into a sleigh brimming with toys. The reindeer, their bells jingling softly, took to the sky, soaring over rooftops and gliding through the night. As Nicholas flew through the air, he laughed, a deep, joyful sound that echoed through the heavens. He guided the sleigh from house to house, landing softly on rooftops. With a sack full of toys slung over his shoulder, he slipped down chimneys, leaving gifts for the children and filling stockings hung by the fire. Before the first rays of dawn touched the sky, Santa had visited every home, spreading cheer and joy wherever he went. From that night forward, Santa Claus, as Nicholas came to be known, returned every Christmas Eve. His story became a legend, whispered in wonder by children everywhere. The elves continued to help, the reindeer continued to fly, and Santa's laugh, full of love and delight, continued to ring out each year. And so even now, when the world falls quiet on Christmas Eve, children around the globe lie in bed, listening for the soft sound of hooves on the roof or the distant echo of a hearty ho 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 ho. They know that Santa is on his way, bringing gifts not only of toys, but of joy, hope, and the spirit of giving. And that is the story of Santa Claus, a story not just of one man, but of kindness and magic that lives in all of us. As the snow falls and the world prepares for Christmas, let us remember the joy of giving and the warmth of a generous heart. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night.